Hi, everybody. It looks like the climax of this war is starting to show up. What would happen if Russian army forces go into Kiev? These days European politicians are losing interest in this war. Why? French president is going to Qatar to watch the soccer games. EU corruption on Qatar. Bribery has been exposed. EU elites concerns only about their money while their people are struggling with their lives. The Chancellor's predecessor admitted that the 2014 Minsk agreement was not aimed to resolve the conflict but to buy time for arming Ukraine. Russian president said his trust to Berlin was now zero. So Europeans are now facing the consequences of their dishonest diplomacy. European elites are so irresponsible that they may be starting to ditch Ukraine now. As we predicted, they may be now ignoring this war. It looks like Russia has only one option: going into Kiev. They are amassing military forces along the Ukraine-Belarus border. You might think they will attack Kiev, perhaps not in the initial phase. They could go into the west side of Kiev and cut the supply routes from Poland. And for the time being they may try to empty Kiev by destroying infrastructure and stop supply to the city. What is interesting is that after Russian cut the supply routes, Poland army forces might silently enter Ukraine. They could take the western part of Ukraine under their control. Perhaps Russia and Poland may have some secret agreements on dividing the territory of Ukraine. Russia needs a buffer zone not to have direct confrontation against NATO. If Poland occupied the western side of Ukraine, that might be very ideal. Poland has braced millions of Ukraine refugees. Those refugees are treated like Polish citizens. Polish soldiers are now fighting deep within Ukraine territory. Many Poles have already died in the battle. The world would not condemn Polish occupancy of some part of Ukraine. The only concern of Poland is how they can control the Ukrainian armed forces. Some of them are radical nationalists who could be terrorists. So Poland may be waiting for collapse of Ukraine and its army. We now know that European elites are so corrupted and irresponsible. They have no talent to handle international conflicts. That is why they have become puppets of the US oligarchs. They could be afraid of their corruption would be exposed by Russian intelligence or some other sources. The Russian president said in some conference that Poland would seek to take back territories in Ukraine, and he has no doubt about that. He also commented that only Russia can guarantee the territorial integrity of Ukraine by stopping Polish invasion of Ukraine. His comment can be very convincing. Russia has lost trust to Europe. The US looks tired of this war and are sending obsolete systems like Patriot system. The West elites actually don't have enough experience in dealing with international affairs. They have been elected and stayed on their positions for no more than a few or several years. And each country is now trouble tackling energy shortage and economic turmoils. They might want to ask Russian president what to do. Of course, they can't. So, only they can do is to wait. Thank you for watching and have a nice weekend.